Look, I'm a parent. I'm also an economist by trade. If there's one thing I'm glad about at the moment is that I've got two little kids, and given what's going on around the globe, I'm pretty pleased I live in New Zealand, because amongst these turbulent times, New Zealand looks one of the places to be. Look, good news out there. New Zealand's in a pretty good space if I have a look at in an economic sense. Unemployment is low. People are in jobs. The biggest problem for New Zealand firms is finding people to do the work. Migration, people coming into the country. Well, huge numbers of people want to come in and live in New Zealand. 43,000 in the last 12 months. The Reserve Bank cut interest rates in 2019. The government stepped up to the plate at the end of 2019 and announced a $12 billion infrastructure package over the next sort of 5 years. Those things are really important, because they're fueling up New Zealand's economic tank. And they're what's called giving us a little bit of economic momentum. And if you've got economic momentum, the hope is that you can sort of ride through a bit of turbulence. Because of course what we are seeing at the moment around the globe is an awful lot of turbulence. Coronavirus is creating a huge air of uncertainty. First and foremost, it's a health-related event, and we need to acknowledge that. But there are going to be economic consequences. Commerce is grinding to a halt. There's been a big decline in transport activity. China is what's called the world's biggest factory. That factory supplies other factories of goods. We are seeing that it's difficult to get the goods to put on the shelves to sell. So the supply chain has been disrupted. Commodity prices have come down. Travel has been knocked on the head. This is having a negative economic impact on the global economy. Do we know how long it's going to last? What the precise economic consequences are going to be? The answer is no. What we do know is that it is going to be a negative event. And we need to be well placed. We need to be prudent in regard to, we can't ignore it, and let's not shy away from what is going on. It's pretty obvious. So what's the message for New Zealand at the moment? The message is threefold. Look, chin up. We're in a pretty good space. We've got forward momentum. We've got the ability to hopefully ride through this in a reasonable manner. Message two, for firms, it's about liquidity. It's just about making sure you got money on hand. Go talk to your bankers, make sure you've got things sort of lined up. And finally, it's about microeconomics. Microeconomics is all those small things in front of your eyes, those little things, the nuts and bolts that make a business or make yourself work. Yes, there are a lot of concerns in regard to the macroeconomy, but first and foremost, you need to be focusing on those small things. Think small to stand tall. You get those nuts and bolts sort of right, because they'll be the glue that helps hold good businesses together.